Yo, what's good everyone? Hope you're doing great. So today's video is gonna be a very fun story and it's all about the best high I've ever had. Hope you're gonna like the story, and if you don't, well, fuck you. So let's get right into the story. So the story starts with me chilling inside of my room as I always do, when my 3 hours masturbation session got disturbed by a call from my friend, which I'm gonna call Charles. I immediately answered the call and he said, "Yo bro, right now I'm at school and I really had a shitty day. Do you mind picking my friend and I up and hang out with each other once I'm done with school? It's gonna be fun." Of course I said yeah, and to make things even more interesting, I called a friend which I'm gonna call James. "Yo bro, are you down to chill with the boys once they're done with school?" Yeah sure. If you want, I can pick you up right now and chill together while waiting for them." "Yes, sir." So I immediately prepared myself, grabbed my weed, and after waiting for about 30 minutes, I saw my friend through the windows approaching my house in his beautiful car. So I rushed outside and went into his car. For some reason, bro's girlfriend was in there too, but I didn't care. She was chill, so I wasn't bothered by that. We went into the city, and as he was driving, I started rolling up a joint to spice things up a little bit. Then I thought of something. The more people, the better. So I called someone else, which I'm gonna call Jason, if he wants to join the chill session I was gonna have with the boys, and of course he answered it. "Yo my boy, what's going on?" "Hey dude, are you down to hang out with the boys?" "Yeah sure, where you at?" "I'm at the city with James and his girl." "Alright." So he gave us a location to join him, and it was in a parking lot next to a park. So we rushed there at the speed of light to find out oh boy Jason was with his friend. Was with his friend. Now that's better. I've never seen this guy, but he seems really chill. The chillest dude I've ever seen in my entire life. So James, his girl and I got into his car and were the most excited motherfuckers ever. It was such a vibe in the car, it was even better than the average party. Then I pulled out my joint from my magical pocket and asked everyone if they wanted some. Of course the driver wasn't smoking, but James, his girl and I really had that craving for the Zaza. So we started smoking that shit like crazy and made sure that we were perfectly baked. I got high just at the perfect sweet spot. Not too high, but high enough to have a really good trip. Then we decided to move and just drive around the city. As we were driving, I decided to roll another joint for later. And it was a challenge harder than me in the morning. Trying to roll a joint in a moving car while being high was just making the weed fall everywhere. And it was just a huge mess. And for some reason, it felt like I was rolling for hours, when it took me about 10 minutes. Then Jason parked into a grocery store parking lot, and knew exactly what we wanted at this point. The munchies. We all got out of the car and rushed into the grocery store, but for some reason, it felt like a maze. Being in the store made me trip balls and felt like a kid lost in there. Then Jason's friend got a genius idea that is gonna make everyone's day. "Yo boys, let's play hide and seek. Jason and I are gonna look after you, and you're gonna have 30 seconds. I'd bet. So me and James rushed as far away into the store, and since there is nowhere to hide, we just went between some aisles and started praying for them to not find us. At this point, it was a survival situation for us. The fact that we were high as shit made this hide and seek game so much intense, and our life depended on it. We couldn't get found, or else it was the end for the two of us, and James' girlfriend went somewhere else, but it's not my problem at this point. I don't think we tried hard enough, because Jason and his friend found us in about 2 minutes, but at least it was pretty fun. So we all got our munchies and rushed back into the car. As we drove around, we decided to smoke the other joint to get even more blasted to the moon. Then we just decided to go to the mall for no reason at all. And as we were walking into the mall, we saw a good looking place to goof around with the boys, an electronics store. So all of us were just talking and goofing around in there. But then James had the most malicious idea. He saw a pile of plastic boxes on the shelf and decided to kick it. All the boxes just fell on the ground and alerted all the empty souls that were roaming around, which are the employees, straight to our position, so we had to react quickly before being cooked. We just rushed as far away between some aisles as we were peeking through the corner. Sadly, we didn't have a discretion at 100, so the guards spotted us, so we just ran away just like if we were being chased by some bloodthirsty murderer. We made it out in time, then I got a call from a friend. It was Charles and his friend, and they were done with school. So me and the boys assembled together and had to discuss something really important. Because we were already 5 people and there was not enough places in the car for 3 more people. So we decided that me and Jason are gonna pick them up while the rest of the boys are gonna stay in the mall and all meet each other in the mall's parking lot. It sounded like a good idea, so Jason and I hopped into his car and drove at their school to pick them up. It took us around 10 minutes to get there, and once we were all united together, nothing could stop us. So we joined the rest of the boys in the parking and were back to goofing around. Then Charles asked me if I could get him a bottle of vodka, since there was a shop especially made for alcoholics somewhere in the mall parking. And shit, I can't let my homie down. So I got his cash, got into the store, bought his precious bottle and gave it to him. Then him and his 2 friends were hungry and went straight to McDonald's. But since I have the munchies, I had to pass on this one. So the boys and I went back into the mall to goof around a little more when I got a call from Charles. Yo bro, my mom is gonna pick me up and I don't need a lift home, but hey, thanks. Then I thought to myself that I could go home too. So I asked the boys if they could give me a ride home, and for sure they said yeah. So I just got home, and that's it for the story. Hope you liked it. Like and subscribe if you want, and goodbye.